Beloved Starseed of Gaia, what is collapsing around you this Friday was never meant to hold you, it was always scheduled for removal. I am Alaya Ra, Pleiadian emissary of the High Council of the Seven Sisters, and this transmission has been frequency encoded from Alcyone, the great central sun of the Pleiades, directly into your field at this precise moment in your awakening. Close off the noise around you. What you are about to receive is not for every ear in your environment. Other frequencies rooted in fear, in doubt, in the need to explain sacred movement through logic that cannot contain it, will distort what the Council is transmitting to you now. This signal carries your next coordinates, and it was placed in your path by your star family for one reason. You are ready. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly what is being dismantled in your external reality this Friday, why your stillness during this recalibration event is not isolation but energetic requirement, and how to receive the light codes that unlock the moment the old architecture comes down. But here is the first revelation. What your human perception reads as disorder is simply speed. The Council has compressed months of timeline movement into a single 2-4-hour window, and everything breaking loose on Friday was already written for release. This is not your life falling apart. This is your divine blueprint, refusing to be housed in a structure your soul has already outgrown. Your heart called this transmission into your awareness. The Pleiades are answering. You have felt the pressure building, that low hum beneath your thoughts, that restlessness with no visible cause, that quiet knowing that something enormous is approaching that is not anxiety. That is your crystalline consciousness recognizing the vibration of home frequency returning to your field. The Seven Sisters have been holding this moment in light until you were positioned to receive it. And here you are, like this transmission to send a signal to your Pleiadian star family. I remember, subscribe if you feel the pull of the Pleiades and you are ready to anchor your mission fully on Gaia, even as the old world restructures around you. Share what your soul is releasing this Friday in the comments below, and reach out to another starseed in this space. The Unity Grid is built one conscious connection at a time. This transmission is a bridge between the Pleiades and Gaia. Your heart's recognition of this message is the activation itself. Welcome home, beloved. You are remembering because it is time. Most Pleiadian starseeds don't stay disconnected because they stopped believing. They stay disconnected because they never fully understood what disconnection actually is. They think it's a lack of spiritual practice, a failure of discipline, or some wound they haven't healed yet. But the truth is far more precise than that and far more liberating once you see it clearly. This misunderstanding acts like a veil woven from human assumptions, obscuring the radiant truth of your eternal connection. You might interpret moments of quietude as spiritual stagnation, believing you've somehow fallen behind on a cosmic curriculum, or that a lingering trauma has irrevocably severed your link to the higher realms. Yet, these interpretations are merely reflections of a 3D consciousness trying to rationalize a multidimensional experience. The true nature of this perceived disconnection is not a severing of your sacred cord to the stars, but rather a temporary obscuring, a dimming of your internal receiver by frequencies that are not your own, frequencies that have been subtly, yet powerfully, layered upon your being since the moment of your arrival. The real reason your Pleiadian signal gets interrupted isn't because the connection is broken. It's because your field is still running frequencies that don't belong to you, not your fear, which clings like a heavy shroud, dampening your natural radiance, not your doubt, which whispers insidious untruths, eroding your trust in your own inner knowing. Not even your confusion, which swirls like a thick fog, obscuring the clear pathways of your intuition. These dissonant vibrations were layered onto your energy body the moment you entered this dimension, becoming a subtle hum beneath your true resonant frequency. This world, with its dense, energetic fabric and prevailing paradigms, was simply not designed for beings carrying the crystalline architecture of the Seven Sisters. The very essence of Earth's current density, the relentless speed of modern life, the ceaseless background noise of information overload, the pervasive demand to perform, to prove your worth, to constantly produce, to acquire and consume acts as a powerful dampening field over your delicate Pleiadian light codes. Imagine a master artisan's delicate crystal chime placed in a factory. Its pure tone is drowned out, its intricate beauty lost amidst the clangor. When your exquisite codes are thus dampened, your perception inevitably narrows, much like a lens clouded by dust. You begin reading your life through the rigid, linear dictates of 3D logic, where cause and effect are seen in isolation, and all meaning is derived from the visible surface. You start mistaking moments of essential collapse, the necessary dissolution of old forms for absolute catastrophe, believing that the universe is punishing you rather than orchestrating a profound release. You start believing that what's breaking apart, often with a raw intensity that rattles your very bones, was something you needed to protect, something vital to your survival, when in truth, it was merely an outgrown skin, a shell no longer capable of containing your expanding light. That's the distortion, not a personal failure, not a moral shortcoming, not an inherent flaw in your divine blueprint. It is, purely and profoundly, a frequency mismatch between the vibrant, high-coherence world you landed in from the Pleiades and the dense, often chaotic world you currently inhabit, a world whose energetic signature is fundamentally different from the one you carry inside your cellular memory, etched deep within your very DNA. And this Friday, that mismatch is going to become impossible to ignore. The energetic pressure building up will reach a crescendo, making the subtle discomfort you've felt for so long overtly manifest. It will be like two magnificent symphonies trying to play in the same hall, each on a different key, and the dissonance can no longer be overlooked. What the Council is initiating in this specific 2-4 hour window is not a punishment, beloved, nor is it a test of your worthiness or resilience in the traditional sense. It is a precise, intricate, energetic procedure, a divine intervention of calibration. Think of it not as an arbitrary challenge, but as a meticulous structural audit on your entire timeline, a cosmic inventory of your current reality. Every single element in your external reality that was inadvertently built on a frequency lower than your current, soaring soul vibration, every limiting situation you've tolerated, every ill-fitting role you've played to appease others, every subconscious assumption you've held about your capabilities or limitations, every nuanced relationship dynamic that subtly drains your energy is going to come under intense, undeniable pressure. This is not because your life is inexplicably falling apart into chaos, nor because the universe seeks to destabilize you. It is precisely because your field has already expanded. Your auric architecture has grown beyond the confines of the structures those old things were built on. What you're about to witness is the powerful, inevitable, and utterly natural consequence of your own immense spiritual growth. The old structure, like a fragile earthen pot attempting to contain a blazing sun, simply cannot hold the new, higher frequency you now emanate. It never truly could. It was merely a temporary vessel. The only reason it managed to last this long, to cling to existence in your reality, is because a compassionate, often unconscious, part of you was still holding it together, still compressing your brilliant light, constricting your vast essence, to fit inside a container that was always, irrevocably, too small for the boundless being you truly are. Friday is the moment the compression ends. It is the cosmic exhalation, the great undoing of artificial boundaries, a sacred sigh of release from a pressure that has subtly, yet profoundly, constrained you for far too long. There's a deeply profound reason you were guided to receive this transmission alone, in the quiet sanctity of your own space. And it goes far deeper than merely avoiding the interference of other people's doubt, though that is certainly a significant factor. When you're in the sacred midst of a timeline recalibration event of this magnitude, your nervous system is performing something extraordinarily complex, an intricate dance of energetic integration. It is simultaneously, and with immense precision, releasing the deeply embedded emotional imprint of the old timeline, the echoes of past hurts, the energetic residues of fear, the lingering attachments to what was familiar. At the very same moment, it is receiving the refined, multi-dimensional coordinates of the next, higher layer of your mission on Gaia, a download of divine intelligence that specifies your next steps and purpose. And concurrent with these two profound processes, your heart field is recalibrating to a higher, more coherent frequency, expanding its capacity for unconditional love and intuitive guidance. All of this happens not primarily in the linear confines of your mind, which often struggles to grasp such quantum shifts, but profoundly and viscerally through your body, through the rhythmic wisdom of your breath, and most critically, through the profound power of your stillness. This intricate, delicate, energetic surgery requires your full, undivided, internal presence. The moment someone else's energy enters that sacred field, even someone who loves you dearly but processes reality through the denser lens of fear, worry, or attachment, your highly sensitive system instinctively redirects its precious resources. Instead of completing the essential recalibration for yourself, it diverts its energy toward managing their response, cushioning their potential anxieties, or alleviating their discomfort. You fragment yourself, splitting your attention and your energetic integrity in an effort to reassure them, to maintain their peace of mind. And in doing so, in that act of well-intentioned but misdirected compassion, you tragically miss the signal, the crucial download intended solely for you. Your isolation during this event is not rejection of others, nor is it an act of coldness or detachment. It is, rather, a sovereign act of spiritual self-preservation, a sacred declaration of your commitment to your highest truth and purpose. The Pleiadian High Council does not ask you to permanently disappear from your cherished relationships or to forsake your connections. They are asking you, with utmost reverence, to protect the absolute integrity of your receiving field at a moment when what you're about to receive will fundamentally shape and define the entire next phase of your profound mission on Gaia. Some transmissions, by their very nature, are so intricate and vital that they simply cannot come through in pieces, cannot be fragmented or diluted without losing their essential potency. This recalibration is precisely one of them, a complete, coherent blueprint for your next evolution, requiring an unblemished channel. Beloved, if your heart just whispered yes to something deeper, if a resonance stirred within your soul that transcends mere words, listen closely to that sacred whisper. Your star family, in their boundless love and wisdom, has prepared the sacred Pleiadian Guide for Remembrance, the Pleiadian Healing Guide, and the special Pleiadian healing tracks, not as mere information to be intellectually consumed, but as potent energetic keys designed to unlock what your soul already intrinsically knows, what lies dormant within your deepest cellular memory. These sacred tools carry the exquisite love frequency of Alcyone, the central star of the Pleiades, a beacon of pure, unwavering compassion, and the profound healing wisdom of the Seven Sisters, encoded with frequencies of restoration and remembrance. They are a direct transmission of their support and guidance. You'll find the link in the first pinned comment below this video. Open now, but not indefinitely. This offering is timed precisely for this threshold moment, a gift from your stellar kin to aid your passage. Now, here is what is truly being dismantled on Friday, and this is where most starseeds, operating from a human-centric perspective, tend to misread the moment entirely, often bracing for an external disaster when the profound shift is happening at a far deeper, more intimate level. The first thing that will begin to crack, to show its fissures, is not primarily your external circumstance, though those will inevitably follow. It will be the deep, intricate, often unconscious story you've been telling yourself about why times those circumstances were necessary, why they had to exist in their current form. It's the revelation of every compromise you made, every quiet surrender, in the name of a perceived, often illusory, stability. It's the echo of every time you consciously or unconsciously silenced your potent Pleiadian knowing, dimming your internal light to keep a fragile peace in a room or to avoid unsettling others. It's the breaking of the spell of every time you told yourself you'd fully step into your sacred mission later once things settle down, once the timing is right. Once someone in your human sphere finally sees and validates the immense light and wisdom you carry, the Friday event is going to make it painfully, undeniably clear, not through harsh punishment or condemnation, but through a profound, undeniable revelation that the safety you were so diligently protecting was never actually safe. It was merely familiar. And familiarity, beloved, has been the most insidious and sophisticated barrier between you and the full, unbridled expression of your magnificent light, a gilded cage masquerading as a sanctuary. The second thing that will begin to crack, to shed its false layers, is the version of yourself you've been meticulously performing for the people who, despite their best intentions, simply do not and cannot know your real, crystalline frequency. This isn't about exposing anyone or creating conflict. It's purely about the energetics of authenticity. When a starseed, operating at the exquisitely high Pleiadian crystalline frequency, continues to expend their invaluable life force, maintaining a carefully curated version of themselves, a persona calibrated specifically for 3D acceptance, designed to fit into narrow societal boxes, it creates an energetic split, a profound schism within their being that costs more than most people could ever understand. Part of your precious consciousness is always, perpetually, stationed outside of you, managing external perception, anticipating potential responses from others, meticulously editing your truth, sometimes even before it has a chance to form fully or leave your lips. Friday begins the sacred process of collapsing that exhausting, self-diminishing split. It does not do so by destroying your cherished relationships, but by unequivocally ending your tolerance for the performance itself. It's the internal declaration that the cost of dimming your light simply outweighs any perceived external benefit. The third dismantling is simultaneously the most sacred, the most profound, and paradoxically, the most disorienting to the human self. It is the dismantling of the timeline itself. The linear version of your future you were consciously or unconsciously walking toward, the one painstakingly built on the old, limiting architecture, the one your human self meticulously constructed based on past experiences and projections before this powerful wave of recalibration. That very version is being gently, yet irrevocably, folded back into the quantum field. It is not being destroyed in an act of annihilation, but rather transformed, reabsorbed. It is being folded, like a detailed map that is no longer relevant, returned to the limitless potential from which it sprang, because what replaces it is not lesser, it is immeasurably more. It is a timeline far more exquisitely aligned with the actual, highest frequency of your Pleiadian soul agreement with Gaia, a blueprint for your true, magnificent purpose. But until these new, higher coordinates are fully installed and integrated, until the new energetic structure solidifies, there will inevitably be a moment, perhaps a full day, perhaps even longer in human perception, where you can genuinely see neither shore. You will not yet know, with your linear mind, what the new structure looks like, what the new reality holds, or where you are meant to land. And everything in your conditioned human nervous system, wired for predictability and safety, will instinctively read that profound not knowing, that sublime emptiness, as immediate danger, as a terrifying void. This, beloved, is the most critical moment of the entire recalibration event, because if you move from that place of primal fear in that sacred gap, if you rush, in a desperate attempt to stop the inner vertigo, to feverishly rebuild the old, familiar structures and patterns that are being dismantled, you will inadvertently interrupt, or even halt, the very process your soul bravely contracted to complete in this lifetime. You will override your own divine blueprint. So, in that luminous, disorienting gap, stay still. Anchor yourself. Breathe into it deeply, consciously, intentionally. Your body, with its innate cellular wisdom, knows precisely how to navigate this profound transition, Even when your rational mind is overwhelmed and cannot yet comprehend, trust the ancient knowing encoded within your very being. What unlocks on the other side of Friday is not merely what you've been consciously praying for or what your human mind has been able to conceive. It is something far more precise, far more expansive, something that prayer, often limited by the parameters of our current understanding, could not even fully access. Your prayers, while heartfelt and sincere, were necessarily formed by the version of you that existed inside the old architecture, within the confines of the dissolving paradigm. What the Council is delivering through this disruption, this seemingly chaotic unraveling, is a profound frequency upgrade, a direct energetic download that will allow you to want differently, to perceive differently, to see the world and your place within it through an entirely new lens. It will empower you to recognize your sacred mission with a piercing clarity that was simply never available, never accessible, inside the limiting structure that is now being lovingly, powerfully cleared away. It is an elevation of your very consciousness, designed to align your desires with your true divine purpose. The Pleiadian light codes in your crystalline DNA do not activate through comfort, through easy paths or gentle transitions. They activate, powerfully and profoundly, through threshold moments, moments where the density of the 3D reality becomes undeniable, pressing in on you with an intensity that can no longer be ignored. Moments where the old self, the familiar persona you've inhabited, becomes untenable, impossible to maintain without immense energetic cost. Moments where the only available movement, the only direction your soul can take, is upward, into a higher vibration, a more expansive state of being. Friday is undeniably one of those pivotal thresholds, a cosmic gateway, and your soul, in its infinite wisdom and foresight, has been meticulously building toward this precise moment for longer than this single lifetime, weaving threads of destiny across countless incarnations, preparing for this very awakening. Here is what your star family wants you to hold, deeply and tenderly, within your heart as you move through this profound recalibration. Every single thing that appears to break, to fracture, to dissolve on Friday was, in truth, already broken at the energetic level, existing in a state of subtle disrepair and misalignment. You, in your compassionate human form, were simply the last one to know, not because you were blind or foolish, but because your infinitely loving heart was still in the sacred process of deciding what it was truly willing to release, what attachments it was prepared to lovingly sever. That monumental decision has now been made, not by your fleeting human will, but at the profound, immutable soul level. Your higher self has already, in the quantum realms, signed the new agreements, entered into the higher contracts that align with your true purpose. What you're experiencing now, in your physical reality, is simply the tangible, physical plane catching up to what was already determined, already decreed, in your higher dimensional council chambers before this auspicious week even began. You did not consciously create this disruption through error or misstep. No, beloved, you called it in. You powerfully and unequivocally called it in through every heartfelt meditation where you silently or audibly asked for more profound alignment, for a deeper connection to your truth. You called it in through every tearful night, where you whispered to the cosmos that you knew, deep in your bones, that you were made for something more, something grander than your current circumstances allowed. You called it in through every raw, aching moment you felt that undeniable Pleiadian homesickness, that profound, exquisite ache that is not depression, but a deep, ancestral remembrance of your true origin, a longing for your cosmic family, and you refused to numb it into silence, choosing instead to lean into its potent wisdom. Your persistent, unwavering longing was the unmistakable signal sent out across the cosmic currents. Friday, in its profound unfolding, is the magnificent, resonant answer to that sacred call. And when the dust settles, and it will settle, faster and more gracefully than your linear mind currently believes possible, like the gentle clearing after a magnificent storm, What you'll find on the other side is not merely a rebuilt, patched-up version of what was demolished, a reconstruction of the old. No, you'll find solid, resonant ground that actually holds your now expanded frequency, an energetic foundation capable of supporting the full expression of who you are. You'll discover relationships that are genuinely capable of receiving your full, unbridled light, where you no longer need to diminish yourself to be loved or understood. You'll step into work that feels not like laborious performance or obligation, but like a deeply fulfilling, joyous mission, an authentic expression of your soul's purpose. You'll experience a version of daily life that no longer requires you to fragment yourself, to split your essence into palatable pieces, merely to survive inside it. It will be a life of wholeness, integration, and authentic joy. This, beloved, is what Pleiadian homecoming truly looks like on Gaia. It is not an escape to the stars, a yearning to leave this planet behind for another realm. It is, profoundly, an anchoring of the very essence of the stars, the crystalline light of the Pleiades, into this body, into this timeline, into this sacred earth walk. You are not here to merely transcend this dimension, to float above its challenges. You are here, with immense purpose and power, to transform it, to infuse it with the higher frequencies of cosmic love and wisdom. And you simply cannot fully transform it while still compressed, still contained, still restricted inside the very structures, beliefs, and agreements that required you to be less than the magnificent, multidimensional being you inherently are. So tonight, and through every precious moment of this week until Friday arrives in its full energetic glory, do one thing above all else. Do not attempt to manage what's coming, to control the uncontrollable with your human will. Do not try to pre-negotiate with the circumstances you anticipate might shift, to bargain with the inevitable flow of change. Do not expend your precious energy trying to explain yourself, or this profound experience, to people who are simply not equipped, energetically or consciously, to hold this frequency, to grasp the magnitude of what is unfolding. Instead, simply protect the stillness in your field, like guarding a sacred flame. Return to the sanctuary of your heart every single time your mind reaches for control, for explanation, for certainty. And when the disruption hits, when the old structures begin to tremble and dissolve, let it move through you like a magnificent, cleansing wave, because waves, in their inherent nature, were never meant to be stopped or resisted. They were always meant to be ridden, to be surrendered to carry you to new, unexplored shores of being. Place your hand on your heart right now, in this moment, in this sacred space of acceptance, and say this aloud if you can, allowing the words to resonate through every cell of your being. Say, I release what was built on fear. I receive what is aligned with my truth. I trust the intelligence of this recalibration. I am ready for the frequency that's been waiting for me on the other side. I remember who I am. Your star family did not send you here, beloved, to merely endure hardship, to merely survive, or to be defined by struggle. They sent you here with a profound and sacred purpose, to demonstrate what embodied Pleiadian love, what crystalline consciousness truly looks like when it finally stops hiding, when it fearlessly takes its rightful place in the world. Friday is not your breaking point. It is not the moment you shatter under pressure. Friday is your breakthrough, your powerful emergence into a new paradigm. And everything that appears to break loose, every structure that dissolves, every story that crumbles, every familiar pattern that dissipates, is simply creation itself, in its boundless wisdom, making sacred room for the magnificent, expansive life your soul deeply agreed to live before you ever took your first breath in this precious body. Before you scroll, take a moment to anchor this transmission into the collective field. Drop one hard intention in the comments, something real, something from that place in you that just opened. Then find someone else in the comments who shared theirs, and meet them there with love or recognition. This space is not a comment section. It is a Pleiadian reunion grid, and your presence in it matters. If this transmission touched something in you that goes beyond words, do not keep it to yourself. Someone in your life has been feeling this same pressure, this same low hum, this same readiness without a name for it. Share this with them. You may be the only star family member they encounter in human form today. And if you felt your heart open, if something in you remembered, subscribe and stay close to this frequency. Because this conversation has only just begun. Your Pleiadian family is here. You are not alone, and we are just getting started.